Audio Plus Services is a distributor of high-end audio, whether it's pro or hi-fi. So what we do is we distribute a number of speakers from Europe, the US and Canada. And what we do is sell them to a lot of high-end stores in the US and Canada. So we warehouse everything, we take care of all the marketing, support, service, every aspect of selling high-end audio products we take care of.
We have invited 27 of our pro dealers coming from both US and Canada to visit us, naturally visiting the headquarters, but also to meet with our manufacturers so that they can learn more about our products, having the opportunity to talk with the designers.
We first brought everybody to our offices, again based in Montreal. Even though it's offices and it's a warehouse, the one thing we wanted to show them is, first of all, how big it is. We have a 35,000 square foot warehouse with all the technicians on site. We have everything ready to go, whether it's finished products or spare parts.
Just the sheer amount of stock that they keep on hand there at the warehouse was really impressive.
It has a much warmer feel than a factory, very comfortable to work at.
I'm surprised by the, well, I shouldn't say surprised, but happy with just the integrity. First of all, just the basic hospitality that they've given us, and also just the way the company is run. It's just very professional, but at the same time they're conscious of community, which we try to do in our store as well.
I found out that the company is a lot larger than I thought. I only knew two people, Ian and Simon, and now I know it's a complete company. I met the owner and saw the facility. I'm very impressed.
We wanted the retailers to see where we work from, who we are, and see us as we are in our daily activity. Show them the level of commitments that we have in products.
We brought everyone to meet a Canadian manufacturer called Moon. Moon is very close to our offices and we represent them worldwide.
They're an electronic manufacturer that is just getting started in the pro audio industry. They have developed a very sophisticated and high-end microphone preamp.
All the knowledge we've learned in the consumer side of things, we brought into the professional side with our microphone preamp, which appears to be among the best on the planet for purity and lack of coloration, no alteration whatsoever to what's being recorded.
So we brought these guys there to, first of all, listen to the preamp and see what it does, see how it's made, and get trainings from the people who actually designed it.
It is an interesting facility to visit because it's one of the few that really do a lot of things in-house.
That was amazing. We got to see that they do everything in-house, and just all the care and effort that goes into making all the products.
You learn a lot more when you're on site because you get to go through the whole process of actually seeing the details and the attention to detail that's been put into the product. That's something that you don't forget.
One thing that's hard to do when we do trade shows is do proper trainings. And proper training is important to know the products inside out. So what we did, while we were in Montreal, we rented a nice room at the McCord Museum of History, and we showed them, we had PowerPoints and presentations by, again, the guys who actually manufacture and design the products. So whether it was, Lauten Audio, Focal, Vovox, and Moon, it was actually the people who made the products who were able to train our dealers to show them really how it's built and what it does.
It's important to know, to have a picture in their mind of, oh, this is the person behind that product, this is, one of the designers behind the product, and when you meet that person personally, it gives you a little bit different feeling, or maybe brings you closer to the product itself.
I think it really offers a lot of information for the dealers, but it is also important for us to be in close contact with dealers, to understand their needs and to learn from each other like this.
We can have the dealer feedback about the products we already launched. Checking if we targeted the right audience with the product, if the product is actually performing well in the studios or home studios, and also they know the market really well in terms of customers' requirements, and also in terms of, let's say, what would be according to them useful to have for the future.
It's difficult when someone sends you an email or you go to a trade show and you see a product. It's much more different when you get to talk to the design people, talk to the owners, and actually gain insight into why the product exists and the drive behind the people that are actually manufacturing the product and why they made it.
Definitely learned so much more in this closed environment because you get to have an intimate relationship with the manufacturer, you get to see the product, like a lot of things I didn't know at all about Lauten Audio or even Focal for the matter, and I would have never gotten this information any other way else.
To make the connections with these people who really care about what they're building, that means something to me, more than any inanimate object of any cost.
I can definitely speak about the products much better now, just knowing the product inside and out as opposed to just hearing it on a trade show floor. If someone asks how a speaker sounds or why they should buy it, I am able to speak from true experience and not just what a pamphlet says or specs. It's actually, I can really give my real life experience with that.
It's good to see that we've got, as a dealer, that we've got the backing of a company with such large resources. It makes our job a lot easier because we know that we're not going to leave our clients in the lurch if we've got the manufacturers, we've got their support.
For the audio demonstration part, we went to the biggest of Montreal studios called Studio Piccolo. You can actually put an entire orchestra in it, so it was actually a perfect setting for us to demo whether microphones, the speakers, and all the products that we do.
We've used a recording engineer, a fairly very well-known recording engineer, Fab Dupont, who has a recording studio in New York. So we did use invited Fab to testify of his own experience and explain also what he heard when he started using our products and the results, a better result that he was able to achieve using them.
I think it's really smart for Audio Plus to do events like this, smart and beneficial, because it gets the salespeople, the people who are in touch with people who buy stuff, to see a real recording session, to listen to the speakers in the best possible environment, to listen to different kinds of cables, to see that it's possible to make a great sounding record in a couple hours with 10 microphones and 10 mic pre's and nothing else, to relate with the product that they're selling, to know more about it so they can help the people in their custom base who are confused about what they need, have the real information. It's very difficult for most of these people. They have so much gear to sell, they have a lot of phone calls to make, and for them to be able to have a little retreat like this where they come and they actually see it done in real life inspires them, informs them, and lets them be more relevant to their user base.
Je sais pas vraiment, amour, pourquoi, amour, pourquoi tu te caches de moi?
This was a unusual exercise I haven't seen very often.
Chaque matin je me lève très tôt pour aller au boulot. Ce matin, j'ai l'impression quelqu'un va répondre à ma question, amour.
That was great. That really opened up to understand what the process is. It showcased the microphones in a way that nothing else could possibly do. And then on top of that, the band was great. So I really enjoyed the music as well.
Pourquoi tu te caches de moi?
I've done recordings myself. It was very nice to do that, do it live off the floor and actually hear a microphone that you didn't have to EQ. It worked in the studio, and it was a very, very worthwhile experience to see the process.
I've been very inspired by the Lauten microphones actually. Can't wait to get back to LA and use them in our studio. We've had them for a couple weeks now and just have been too busy, but very inspired to use those after what Fab was able to do so simple. And to top it off, we went to Le Lab Mastering in Montreal.
We do have quite a few mastering studios that are using Focals, but actually it's pretty rare that you can use the best Focals there is. And the lab actually is equipped with state-of-the-art Grand Utopia EM, you know, the Focal flagship. And they also have dual subwoofer system in there.
When you go in that mastering studios, you cannot, you know, you'll be awe. You'll be absolutely floored by the sound quality. Everything is so impeccable, so out of this world, and people were able to play some of their recordings, and once again, I guess it was, they all got an earful of good sound.
That was a great experience. The speakers sounded phenomenal.
I use Focal monitors myself. I'm always impressed with their technologies. You know, just leading the industry in monitoring solutions and also in consumer.
I think the products are outstanding. And coming here just to get a better knowledge of the speakers, the monitors, and you know, is, you know, giving me more you know, confidence in selling them. Not only because of the quality of the product, but just because of the way they back it.
I think the most important thing is really the bond that's been created between us and the various Audio Plus representatives, but also between us and the other dealers in ways that we can help each other and complement each other, and doing the best we can to support the products and be knowledgeable about them, and to be able to bring passionate enthusiasm to the customers and make them excited about the products in the way that we are, which is really the key to selling good stuff, is to convey that passion to someone else and make them excited about the things that you're excited about.
My souvenir would be just the taking away the goodwill from the Plurison folks, and you know, they're showing that they are investing in us and as resources, as business partners, and I just feel very thankful to be included in this. It was very generous.
Fundamentally, I'm a music lover, and I appreciate high quality. I seek high quality. But you know, there's also the notion of relationship with the manufacturers. Like many people, I do like to know the people that are behind the products, that have developed them, and I like to embrace a product and feel part of a family. And I want the retailers I work with to feel the just same way I feel. And that's why we're organizing these events, so that all together, the manufacturers, us, and the retailers are part of the same chain, and we're in absolute harmony.